Morning. And let's see what the back page says of the Heritage newspaper in connection with incident at Senator Johnson's church. Two persons under investigation. And the back page also says, after her husband files a motion of divorce for incompatibility, Civil Law Court A trashes Mistress Salmon's amendments motion. That's the back page of the Heritage newspaper. Okay, so let's get detail of this paper, and we will highlight this about Mandela Cooper's endorsement. So it says the opposition movement for One Liberia over the weekend officially endorsed the presidential bid of Unity Party Liberia Ambassador Joseph Numa Bwaka and Nima County Senator Jeremiah Kuhn in the upcoming October 10 elections. The program was held at the party headquarters in Congo Town outside Monrovia on Friday, May 26, 2023, and was graced by several members of the opposition community, including Grand Bassa County Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence, Grand Bassa County Senator Yombi Kanga Lawrence, and Wapolu County Senator Woto Kane, Bon County Senator Prince Moi, and Dr. Henry Tokwa, among others. Speaking at the occasion, the political leader described the occasion okay, so I'm flipping. Okay, the occasion as the decision, saying that the decision was made to support the presidential bid of Bwaka Kun ticket because the country needs a new and better Liberia. According to her, only Liberians can work collectively to change the current governance structure that has been in place. The country will never be able to create the change they desire. With that, we are here to announce to the nation that we, the Movement for One Liberia political party, have decided to join forces with the Liberty Party, the MDR Party, and the Unity Party to endorse Ambassador Joseph Numa Bwaka, candidate said for the presidency of the Republic of Liberia. Let me ask the question again. How do we, the people, create real change in the nation? Let's make Ambassador Bwaka the next president of the Republic of Liberia, Madam Cooper said. She said they believe that Ambassador Bwaka has heard the cry of the Liberian people and will, together with the support of the citizens, solve the problems and change the governance structure. Madam Cooper said the reason to join the rescue train is to help citizens, noting that those in positions of power through elections and appointments have not put the country first, instead have put themselves first. Okay, so let's also read the back page of the Heritage newspaper that says, after her husband files a motion of divorce for incompatibility, Civil Law Court A trashes Mistress Salmon's amendments motion. The judge of the Civil Law Court A, Kennedy Peer Body, has notified an amendment motion of Mistress Vivian Salmon against her husband, demanding US $6,000 of his Monday salary for her support. According to court records, Judge Peabody's ruling was also upheld by the civil law courts. That's the Supreme Court Chambers. Justice Her Honor Justice James Eto Howard Wolokoli demanding denying Mistress Simmons' petition for a writ of correction. It can be that the husband of Mistress Simmons, Henry F. Simmons, who is also the chief executive officer of the International Bank Liberia Limited, filed an action of divorce through the civil law court A against okay, so let me see to the back page, against his wife for incompatibility of temper and cruel and inhuman treatment. According to the court document, filed the complaint on October 21, 2021, following their marriage on December 6, 2015. In his complaint, Mr. Salmon recounted that it was his expectation that after their holy matrimony, both partners would have together live in peace, harmony, happiness, and caring for one another, and if blessed with children, care for, support, and bring up such children in keeping with the Christian faith. But he informed the court that contrary to such expectations, his wife, Mistress Simmons, in violation of her marital vow, became disrespectful by using offensive and insultive words such as stupid, foolishness, irresponsible, and useless in the presence of her children and their marital home. The CEO of the Abbey Bank Limited added that aside from those counts against his wife has been very violent by engaging in fights with him on two occasions, spilled his blood, and also treated and vowed to break bottle on his head if even he discloses that she had insulted him, adding that several interventions were made by his pastor and others, but all failed. At the same time, Mr. Simmons said that since the matter was getting worse daily, he wrote a communication to his wife on February 22, 2019, detailing her conduct, behavior, and attitude, which he said made both living together dangerous. He stressed, according to the court documents, that he informed Mistress Simmons that he was living and vacating their marital home on Sunday, February 23, 2020. He built proud to his marriage to preserve his life. So that's it for the back page of the Heritage newspaper this morning. Back to you, Samira.
So here we have the Analyst newspaper, and the front page of the Analyst newspaper headline reads, Bassa Land celebrates as Kumi speaks Bromsky's daughter as running mate. And it says, volume 24, number 173 of today's edition, May 29, 2023. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian. The headline reads, Bassa Land celebrates as Kumi speaks Bromsky's daughter as running mate. Coming down, the last headline for the front page reads, Why she accepted CPP VSB at 47. Charlie Bromsky. The choice is now and urgent. So for those of you watching through our Facebook live page, you can take a glance at the front page of the analyst newspaper, where you see Mr. Cummins is lifting Charlie Bromsky's hand. And you also see citizens of Liberia. They were all gathered in Buchanan just over the weekend. Taking a look at the back page of the analyst newspaper, it says, celebrating daughter's political exploit, emotions choked, mother thanks CPP, Bassa people. Coming down to my right hand side, the headline reads, young please loyalists to contest under UP, writes Senator Gago on decision. So that's the question. It reads, young please loyalists to contest under UP, writes Senator Gago on decision. So the last headline for the back page of the front of the analyst newspaper, sorry, I'm so used to the front page newspaper. It reads, court slashes Mrs. Samoa's monetary demand. Rules for United States $500 instead of United States $6K. Let's take a look at the development in the analyst newspaper, of one of the developments in the analyst newspaper. And we are going to take a look at the Bassa land celebrates as Cummins speaks Bromsky's daughter as running mate. It's on page 4 of the analyst newspaper. Where's the jet that's taking you there? Here we come. It reads, it was a celebration clear as Basodians from both home drawn from Bosorado, Makipi, Riverside, and Grand Bassa counties, and in the diaspora who on Saturday, May 27, 2023, scrolled at the famous fairground in Buchanan to witness the historic occasion where the standard bearer of the collaborating political parties, Alexander B. Cummins, announced one of the shining stars and daughters of the Bassa people, Councillor Charlie Bromsky, a daughter of the late founder and former standard bearer of the Liberty Party, Councillor Charles Walker Bromsky, as his running mate in the ensuing October 10, 2023 general election. The program was held amidst singing, dancing, jubilation of emotions and an atmosphere of togetherness from the thousands of Bassa-speaking people who graced the occasion. In his lifetime, Bromsky was a foremost loyal politician, Christian and humanitarian whose services to the nation and its people were remarkable and will be remembered, especially in the area of being an advocate of the rule of law. One of the pillars upon which he built the Liberty Party and contested in the 2005 general election, coming in the third place. He was first elected as a senator for Grand Bassa County in 1997, the first election that was held after the warring parties to the conflict agreed to a ceasefire and embraced peace. He was subsequently elected by his Liberian Senate, the position he held with distinction, and fought for the independence of the upper chamber of the national legislature as a way of ensuring a check and balance system, as well as the smooth running of the government. And that does it for the analyst newspaper. You can continue the reading of this development if you just buy the paper for $40 Liberian, or better still, you log on to www.analystliberiaonline.com and get a gist of the analyst paper. We now turn over to Lorena Kule.
Okay, thank you. So let's take a look at the women voices. Here, the editorial. This paper is sold for $40 Liberian, and it says, "We will fix Liberia." Councillor Charlie Bromsky assures as she accepts Cummins' running mate offer. And this one also says, VP Taylor dedicates standard steam hub. And so if you're watching, you can also see Councilor Bronskin and Cummings holding hands, lifting hands up, and as Cummings lifts her hands up, I think you can see them on this paper. That's the Women Forces newspaper this morning. So let's flip in to see the back page of this newspaper. That's the Women Voices. Liberia ends first SRH conference as VP Taylor calls for collective efforts. And the next one says, I am the Redeemer of Liberia, MPC Simeon Freeman claims. So let's take a little look at this about Simeon Freeman. It says, presidential hopeful and renowned businessman turned politician, Mr. Simeon Freeman has described himself as the Redeemer, boasting that he has a clear-cut vision and solution to Liberia's age-old problem. According to Mr. Freeman, Liberia has a clear-cut vision and capacity to transform Liberia and make the country a great nation again, where all Liberians will be self-sufficient and economically independent. Mr. Freeman, speaking in an interview with journalists over the weekend in Ghana's-ville, said that he is the only presidential aspirant that is discussing the real issues affecting the Liberians and recommending economic policy programs and situations to defeat poverty and economic backwardness. The movement for progressive change standard bearer asserted in response to a question as to what makes up Unity Party Joseph Walker and Senator Jeremiah Cohn branding themselves as rescuers, while Alternative National Congress and the CPP standard bearer. So you can read more of that story on page 8 of the Women Voices this morning. Back to you.
Next on my text, I have the Daily Observer newspaper. It says for the 23 number 96 of today's edition, Monday, May 29, 2023. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. The first headline on the Daily Observer newspaper reads, Forgotten Dreams, public school in rural Liberia abandoned for lack of teachers, government support. The next headline on my right hand reads, Lone Star Cell MTN wants to leave Liberia. Okay, that's an interesting one. It says Lone Star Cell MTN wants to leave Liberia. I think you guys should get the Daily Observer and get a gist of this story, figuring out why they want to leave Liberia. These are some of the developments, that you need to be abreast of. Next, it says the urgency for change. Why we can't wait. Charlie Bromsky explains being Fixer 2. The last headline for the Daily Observer Liberia front page reads, Court orders CBL to testify in USD 1.2 million lawsuit against Kalando. Turning to the back page of the Daily Observer newspaper, it says, Williamson's mother endorses Bwaka presidential bid. So that's we have only one headline on the back page of the Daily Observer. But let's take a look at the Forgotten Dreams. Let's take a look at this story in Boone County. Let's see what it has for us. So it says it's on page 10. I'm flipping page 10. Where are you? There you go. And it reads, they are killing our children's future. These words of Abraham Brown come as he watches countless children and adolescents in his town plunge into the depths of illiteracy as the only government-run elementary school in his town remains non-functional since 2016, 6 years after its construction. The plight of Wama Town in Bone County highlights a larger issue that plunges rural communities nationwide or dire educational crisis, which hope for betterment becoming an exclusive dream. The consequences of this neglect are seen in a World Bank Human Capital report on Liberia, highlighting the steep decline in the human capital development of the country. So you can buy the paper for $40 or better log on to www.liberiandailyobserver.com because we don't have time in our favor, so you can either buy the paper or you log onto it online and get a gist of it.
Okay, so the last paper this morning from my end is a New Dawn newspaper. And this paper is sold for 40 Liberian dollars. And the front page of the New Dawn newspaper, it says Basa embraces Charlie as Kumi's running mate.
You know, Lorena, she said this. This is all over the news because, as usual, it happened over the weekend. So definitely, it's going to be all over on a Monday morning. This is why we are seeing almost all the papers they are carrying this particular story.
Sure. So all of the newspapers, they are highlighting this story.
So finally, Mr. Kumi, he has his running mate and his rescue tool too.
Yeah, rescue tool. Okay, so that's it. So again, I have wicked, destructive goats. Bwaka terms CDC region. Okay, that's from the UP, right? Yes, Joseph Bwaka. I think you can see him here. If you are watching through our Facebook page, you can see Joseph Yuma Bwaka. Okay, so let's flip to the next page. The back page also says, I am the Redeemer, MPC, Seaman Freeman tells Liberian. Everybody want to be like classified like this, right? Everybody want to be the best, you know.
And so on, but who's rather want to rescue this country? I just saying it out of, these are the same people when they get there. It's going to be even
worse and worse. So that's it. So the next one says, BISAD officials endorse Weir's second term bait. Yeah, so that's the another development here. Senator Boto Cannon endorses Bwaka Kun tickets. Okay, so I'm still flipping to see what's the next there. Already not seeing any interesting one.
We really don't have time like that. Yes, so if you know, all of the papers, they are all the same. Even turning over here, I have the new newspaper. And the front page of the new newspaper also says Kumi's Rocks Picano names Charlie Bromsky running mate. And it says Magdala Copper endorses Bwaka. Senator Kanye gets on board. These are all, these are the same, headlines just going all over the paper. But nevertheless, this one says tragic accident leaves 3 dead in Bone County. And coming to my right, it says JPC ends advocacy workshop for interfaith religious leaders.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the new newspaper. Coming to my right hand, we have VP Taylor boosts digital literacy, launches STEM hub for women. So let's take a look at this story. I think is a very good development. And it reads, the Office of the Vice President Joel Howard Taylor, in collaboration with STEM Power Africa, Young Women Christian Association, and the Joel Fish Foundation has officially launched the Roslyn K. Tower Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics Hub in Monrovia. This program, which was held at the YWCA in Concortown last Friday, was graced by several diplomatic partners, local academia, and beneficiaries of the. So the continuation is on page 5. Page 5, where are you? Where are you? Okay, here it is. Of the Joel Starfish Foundation. At the Roslyn K. Tower Hub, students, most especially females, are going to be trained, empowered, and capacitated in information communication, technology, and other aspects of computer science and networking. The hub is equipped with several computers and other networking devices installed by STEM Power Africa and other local ICT technicians. Officially launching the hub, Vice President Joel Howard Taylor expressed appreciation to STEM Power Foundation and collaborators for the support in ensuring that the digital literacy gap is minimized, especially for females. That's a good development. And that does it from my end.
Yeah,
These
so
were the 3 local dealers.
Okay.
So we now turn over to Lorena for our discussion for today.
so our discussion for today, Samira, has to do with the lawsuit that was filed by the Criminal Court A after Simon husband filed this lawsuit of divorce for incompatibility. So this is our discussion for today. So I don't know what you have to say about that. We read the story.
Yeah, we read the story, and I can say that's their personal affair, right? But they brought it to the media. So therefore, it's no longer personal. It's something that we will get discussing. But I went over the story, and what happened in that case, it had been a long-term thing. Yeah. Like, I followed the story. They got married December 6, 2015. It was when they got married. And after their matrimonial, vows and so on, the man said that he thought he was going to get a wife, that was going to be obedient, respectful, to respect his children, respect he as the man in the house. But after they got married, everything changed. She started to behave unpeaceful. She started to insult him, insult him in front of the children and the maid. Yeah. Like I said, I followed the story. I read it this morning. I think it was this morning or yesterday evening. I read it. She started to be like that, and it even went to a point where she went physical with him. Yeah, they had a fight, and they fought, and she took blood from him. Like she used whatever, and then he started to bleed. He said that it was not the first time. She did it 2 times. And she told him that if he happens to go about and tell anybody about it, that she was going to do more. Yeah. And since 2015, it was 2018, 2019, they have pastors involved, as usual. You do family member thing. People come around to see as to if they can discuss it, because marriage is not for children, and it's something that is not bread and butter, I should say. It's not. Teach and talk and milk at all. So what about married people? It's 2 different people from different religions, different backgrounds, coming together to be able to make like, so therefore it's not going to be easy in any marital home.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's not.
So as usual, call people around, call pastors, and he said that they thought the case and the woman went back to her old behavior. She started behaving like that. So he thought it was to file in for divorce so that they can go on their own and whatever that's supposed to be done, because he said he cannot keep living with a woman like that. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to go into their personal tentora bus or whatever, but he said that from his own mouth, he said that he's not going to live with a woman like that. He's not going to keep on like that. She might even kill him. And she always disrespect him. It's not right. So it was how he took it to the court and decided to file for divorce. But then what made the news now was the lady said that the man should give her 6,000 United States dollars per month for her allowance, or for they have a little son. Yeah, they have a son, and she said she needs 6,000 United States dollars per month. So far so good. That's it I know about the story, but to listeners and the viewers, because we have people watching, they'll be able to give their
Own feeling.
their thoughts about what's going on.
How do they see the story, whether it was good for him to wish this case to the court for them to go through divorce, because it says the divorce for incompatibility.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking whether now at that point in time, meaning they were not compatible any longer. Yeah, so that's what he means. So I don't know if you're listening to us and you want to make your point this morning. We have 18 minutes more on the program. You can call us up and make your point on 0880 970 970 or 0770 970 970 0880 970 970, and tell us whether it was right for him to file the case to the court, or it was right for him to divorce the woman. What would be your own thoughts as it relates to that case? It could be you today, it could be him today, right? But it could be you tomorrow. So you could give your own advice to him, or you could give your own thoughts. What do you rather think should be the right thing that's supposed to be done, or how do you see the entire case? What would be your own comments as it relates to that? So we'll also be glad to hear your comments this morning on the program. So you can call on 0770 970 970 or 0880 970 970, and you will be live on the program. This is the program To This Paper. If you're just joining us, I'd like to welcome you to the program this morning.
Yeah, and while we are still waiting for our callers to know, Lorena, like you said, they are going to give their honest opinion as to if they were the one in that situation, how they were going to handle it. But I should say this: if a person don't want to change, you cannot force change out of them. I'm not into that home, but from what the man said and the court's ruling and everything, and the woman having nothing to say but to come up with saying that she needs 6,000 United States dollars per month, then
So that $6,000 is meant to her to settle down, right?
Yes.
So to settle
for her
down.
to
Yeah.
settle down.
So you're trying to say that it was not right for her to request.
I'm not
money?
saying it's not right. I'm not saying it's not right. Of course, he's divorcing her. It's not a small thing they are doing here. But my point here is that if the man said that he tried to, settle things when they were going on with the fight, nobody know what the man he has been doing too. Because you don't know his side of the story, the woman knows about it, but from his explanation, we are taking it from the way the paper brought it, right?
Yeah.
From his explanation, he said that he called people to settle things, he called the pastors and everybody, and it couldn't be settled.
Yeah.
And one thing I should say is that we women nowadays, in in this century, in this century, I should say it. In this century, we women, like, we are the focus point. I can see that people are even pushing women more. You got people pushing women up, people are trying to bring women into even politics. Now you see women going into politics. You see women talking, you see men talking. I should say that they are trying their best to bring women to the spotlight. But on the other hand, we shouldn't be violent in our homes, because no matter what, we are women. The Bible said it. We are women. We have to be moderate. We are mothers, so therefore we gotta be moderate. I don't know what the men have been doing to her that caused her to, go physical with him, to fight him, till she took blood from him, as the paper said. I don't know what have been happening, but for the fact that we are women and we are mothers, we should try to be more moderate as we can. You cannot go physical over men. For example, what if that man, who have gotten vexed, and then let's just say slap her somewhere, or do something to her that she will fall off. Now society will see it a bit different.
But you could also know that the reason why maybe she did that, maybe it could be the man did something to her.
What
and
I'm
they felt
saying,
vexed, and
I said it from the beginning.
Yeah.
I said that I don't know what the man have been doing to her, or what he is doing to her that's causing her to go physical with him, because nobody in their own right now just to join and start insulting a person and start, going physical with a person. Nobody does that.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know what he have been doing to her, but like I said, we gotta stick to the papers. It was what the papers brought us. So it's what I'm talking about now. And the man, everybody, let's just say everybody not the same, because the man might have been going, saying things to her, but I think calling people, for them to ambiguously settle it is going to be better. Or like the man is doing now, she go to the court, but going physical with a man, you put your own life at risk. That's my point as a woman. Because we don't have the strength, these men have.
Yeah. So it was something that she did was not right. But as you said earlier,
we cannot say it was not right. We cannot say it was not right. And we cannot say it was right. But my point here was,
but it's not right to just see your husband there and
consideration. The mere vows or individual differences
and start insulting him, fighting him. You think it's right? It wasn't right.
But that the mere vows, that the two of them, they agreed upon, and I don't know as if the behavior she exhibited was what she had before they could get married. And I just don't know, but it happened a long time. Imagine since 2015, they have gone a long way.
So really, marriage is not something easy. If you want to get into it, you must bear all the bitter times. You have to swallow all of the bitter pills, the sweet ones, you swallow them. But many a times when the bitter time comes, people don't want to bear it again.
Exactly, and it's a lifetime thing.
Yes.
So that is why people can say that marriage is not for children.
It's not for children.
See, 18 years old getting married, 20. It's not because of the age. Probably they are mature enough to be able to handle their home and so on. Because what you are getting into is lifetime thing.
It's lifetime.
So you get old and die.
And know that the Bible also is against divorce. Surely it's against it. So I don't know, as you said, we just need to stick to the paper, because if I want to bring other things in. So if you're watching or you're listening to us via radio and you want to make your point this morning, you can call us on 0770 907 or 0880 907 907. We have a few more minutes to go this morning. This is the program to this paper on Voice of Liberia, and we are here this morning. So let's get your view on the topic on discussion. So let's see our first caller this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name?
I'm calling from Broadway.
Okay, Momo, you following us? What you like to say?
My contribution here, I want to know why is it that the man, the woman, what the man did to her before she taking that kind of step in her home. Because as a mother, you have children, as what you people are saying, they have children. Okay. And when you have children in the home, you have already settled at home. Because by you living, for instance, if that will take place, where is she going to care that children?
The thing is, it's the man that
It's
is
the man.
leading. The man was the one fighting for that post.
It's not a woman.
It's because of the woman behavior and some characters of the woman that he doesn't like. It was the reason why he decided to fight for that post. It was not the woman.
Yeah, but you know, in this whole case, the woman is the problem. Because according to you people's explanation and the people you read. Because as the woman, you can be violent. You see, the man is a peaceful man. Because if another man who I know, like what he's doing, she will not able to be doing it.
So yeah, exactly.
Until then it becomes worse. The man was very peaceful. You know, up to today, the man is peaceful. Why not she change?
Okay. All right, thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, good man.
Good morning, you're live. Go ahead.
How you doing? You're speaking with Simon Esbana.
Okay, Mas, go ahead.
I'm supposed to have this discussion. This is what brings a lot of problems into our society nowadays. Coming to the discussion of the man side of the story, there are three questions I would want to ask. How long is it up there is when people getting married?
That question is
No.
very
The word love, you should love, you observe, you venture, people you engage. So coming here, so one of the challenges today, you must have gone through that. And I ask another question. Who are those that serve as a counselor during their counseling process? How were they properly counseled? You need to be looking at that. Again, we don't know the style of the story from the lady. We will table that because we don't know. So we cannot do that.
Exactly.
Basically, it's difficult to be known. These are things we are looking at in another way. Because marriage is lifetime issue. When you get married, all of the dirty water, all of the dirty skills and things you must be willing to do all. So why is it that at this hour you want to do that? Is this the scope that put you guys together? Let us follow the tone of marriage from a Christian perspective if we are not background.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, so if you just joining us, it's a reminder you're listening to the program, to this paper. You can call us on 0770-907-907 or 0880-907-907. He stressed salient points. I guess you listening to him, Simera.
Yeah. Yes, I did. The thing is, the last one he asked, it was about the divorce business, as to if getting divorced is right, as to if it's right or not. For the Christian perspective, which I am from, is not right.
It's not right.
Once
Oh,
you dive into it, you must be there. It's
Must
a
be there.
lifetime thing. But on the other hand, too, looking at it, you cannot be into it till you die or you kill yourself. Because, for an example, let's
just
say
need a bit.
no, there's no way. There's nothing worth. There's nothing worth your life.
But what you saw and you got into
There's
it, and you
nothing
cannot
worth
bear
your
it
life.
now.
Who knows? Probably the woman was not that kind of woman when he married her. Yeah, probably she was not that kind of woman when he married her. So I don't know how long, like the other caller said, I don't know how long he studied her for. But the thing is, if he has studied her for a very long period of time, then before getting into marriage with her, then I think he was going to send some of these characteristics she possesses. Yeah, but there's nothing worth your life. You cannot be into a home where, let's say, the man keeps on hitting you, beating you every time you get in, bruises on your body and going to hospital. Let's just say he beat you to your one side, you're paralyzed, and you be there and
already
saying,
married to
I'm
him.
married to him. There's nothing worth your life. But overall, you have to look very well before getting into marriage because it's not for children.
Yes.
It has a whole lot of bitter pills, and you have to swallow
Swallow
all
them.
these bitter pills when the time reaches. It's not going to be bread and butter always.
No.
You know, when it just starts, it's going to be cool, everything going to be going
Good.
smooth. But as time passes by, even teeth and tongue can make fun out. What's about two different people coming from different backgrounds? You're not trying to settle and make life.
Some
Let's
is
take
on the
that
line.
further.
Yeah.
Good
take
morning.
it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
We are not getting you. Try calling back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so that's just it. You have to be
Yeah.
very clear as to what you are getting into. Good morning. And as to if you can handle whatsoever burden that comes with it.
Yeah, because it's not really played.
Yeah,
Marriage
it's-
is not played.
it's
It's,
about-
not for children. It's about
about- yeah.
lifetime.
It's
Yeah.
about sacrificing.
Yes.
Women in marriage,
I
women.
think so. It's
women-
on the line. Okay.
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead. You're alive.
Okay. Thank you for the topic on discussion. You see, marriage is something that the Bible says, "He will find a wife, find a good thing and obtain favor from God." And so nowadays you find out that people get married because they see other people getting married. And marriage really is not for children. If you want to get married, that means you also finish with the activities or that will bring family in your home. And so when you get married, marriage is not a bread and butter. But sometimes when it comes, you have to something in your house with your partner. But to see people getting married and then today they are one person going away, the other person going away, it's because like for the men, if they complain to bring complaint to the pastor and they go about judging it, going back and the lady going back to the same thing. These things sometimes the woman will have their way. They will pretend that yes, this is the best woman that you ever have, but when you get to the house you see different style of her that you never expected before. And so that's why most of the marriage is breaking nowadays. So that's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
So we have just 1 more minute. Let
Yeah,
me
so
take
you had to
the
run.
live comments.
Yeah.
The first person is Papi Keita. He says, "Good morning, Voice of Liberia, CDC Papi Keita from Tupos Road." And this person says, "You both guys are not married to discuss marriage issue." So I don't think that it's compulsory for you to be married before you discuss marriage issue. I don't think it's limited.
No,
It's not.
it's not.
So get that right, that it's not limited. So that's it because the time.
There's
no time now.
Yeah. So finally, what would you like to say before we?
Okay, so I would like to say thank you to our viewers, our listeners, our people in the diaspora. Thank you for watching and following Voice of Liberia. And also want to say you gotta think twice before getting into marriage, because you have to know that what you are going into is a lifetime thing, and it's not just ordinary thing around here. Yeah, and also want to appreciate you for being on the show with me today.
Yeah,
It was
so
a
my
very
first.
nice conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So the voice of Samira Wula, and she been here with me on this edition of the program to this paper. It's been a wonderful time having all of you there watching, listening to the radio. The invitation is yours to join us hopefully Wednesday for another splendid presentation. Marriage is not for children. If you want to get married, you need to be prepared. Know that there will always be ups and downs. There will be lots of challenges. You need to be prepared to stand firm. And the greatest of all is to put God first in your marriage. And everything will be okay with you. So it's been a wonderful time having all of you there, folks. This is I like to draw down the curtains on today's edition of the program, today's paper. Thanks so much to all of you for watching, for listening. I've been Lorena Cole. Have a wonderful time.